Before we continue on with the show, I want to let you guys know of a very cool company that I discovered recently called Tipsy, which is an online subscription-based store that specializes in sake. Sake from all over Japan with all different kinds of flavor profiles, and it pairs so beautifully with all your favorite kinds of food. So if you guys want sake of high quality shipped to your door, then go to the video description and click on the link so that you can be directed to Tipsy. And also be sure to type in the promo code so that you can get a very special discount on your order. So with that being said, let's move on to our show. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Steve from Rockstar Eater coming to you with another rockin' episode. I'm going to be continuing on with my Asian food tour today, by this time covering the country cuisine of China. And I think a lot of us are very familiar with Chinese cuisine, but in some ways we're not, because China is so huge and there's a lot of different kinds of Chinese foods that you can find in China. But even here in Los Angeles, like around the San Gabriel, Alhambra, Monterey Park, Arcadia area, there's like Chinese foods of all kinds. So instead of just showing you one episode, I'm going to break this down into a multiple part series on the best Chinese restaurants in LA, showing you all the best Chinese foods that you can find in LA, especially like around this area that I'm going to today. So the first place I'm going to be starting off with is hot pot, but not any hot pot. This is Beijing style hot pot, one of a kind, at this restaurant called Lao Beijing Restaurant in Alhambra. Lao Beijing Restaurant, which is the only restaurant I think as of this video that specializes in Beijing style hot pot. So if you guys want to see what this looks like, especially here in Los Angeles, then you've come to the right episode. Stick all the way to the end so that you can see this amazing overview of this Beijing style hot pot in LA. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell, because I release these food videos weekly that you don't want to miss out on. And you want to be following, especially as I put out more of these Chinese food videos. So while you're doing that right now, I'm going to get my car started and I'm going to head out to Alhambra for my first spot. So to give you a little background about this restaurant, it's been here since last August, so it's still a fairly new restaurant, but what makes this place so unique is that it's the only Beijing style hot pot in Los Angeles. So there are, other hot pot restaurants too, and you'd be surprised to learn that there's a few different kinds of hot pot that comes out of China depending on what region you're at, but there is the Beijing style, which this restaurant has, the only one of its kind, known for like the lamb as well as the Mongolian Copper Pot, which I'm going to show you just a bit. So inside, very nice decor all around, and I want to show you something that's pretty cool. Like at the end of the restaurant, there's actually this door that will lead you like into the bowling alley you see right here. Isn't that interesting? So that means after bowling, you could come in here, get some hot pot, or vice versa. So just letting you know, some entertainment next door. So as with any Chinese hot pot restaurant, there's going to be like the bar section that has all the sauces, like the sesame, peanut, and yes, they do have MSG. Got some cilantro going in there. And then this is scallion, green onion. Okay. All right, garlic. This is very nice. Oh, chili oil, right? Okay, make it a little bit spicy. So here it is, guys. It's like a very comprehensive menu. They have the soup base, of course, house special soup, seafood soup, and then you get your choice of meats. Oh man, there it is. Oh dude, look at that big copper pot. Oh man, it's really unlike anything you'll find at a typical shabu shabu or Chinese hot pot restaurant. So this definitely is worth checking out. And you're probably asking, what fuels this whole thing? Well, if you look inside, you see all those charcoals in there. That's what gives it its heat. So it's cooking in there. And by the way, this is how you control the temperature. So if you close it, it's supposed to make it go slower, I believe, but then once you open it, then it will start to boil faster, from what I understand. Pretty interesting, huh? here at the Beijing style hot pot, like I said, they're very much known for the lamb and the beef. So obviously don't miss out on the lamb slices when you come to try Beijing style hot pot. And another cool thing, like I said, is this Mongolian copper pot. I mean, have you ever seen anything like this before? Like I'm telling you, you probably won't see this in too many places outside of China, but they have it here in LA at this specific restaurant. And one of the differences that I noticed about the actual broth is that in contrast to like Sichuan mala hot pot, the broth in Beijing style hot pot is milder. So it's not as intense and as spicy. So it stresses more of like the pure flavor of the meats and the vegetables, and then the soup broth kind of complements it. So it's not supposed to overwhelm you with like spiciness and that intense flavor, like I said. Now that isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I'm just saying it's kind of a different style. So if you're more into like less spicy and more of like just trying to taste the natural flavor of the food, then this is the spot you gotta come to. This one is the cabbage. This one was called the tongue hole. This here is the beef tripe, and this is like duck blood. I never had this one before, first time trying this one. And I believe this is like crab and some beef balls, some fish balls, some enoki mushrooms, and we got some, let's see, lamb. I think this one's the lamb and that one's the beef. So there's two kinds of beef that I decided to get today. And then the shrimp. And this is like some sort of noodles. It's long and like, yeah, wow, interesting. And I did also decide to get some onion pancakes as well. Oh yeah, looks so crispy, really crispy on the top. It's been a long time since I've had scallion pancake in a Chinese restaurant, so I'm rejoicing at this moment. Crispy on the top and very soft on the inside. Tasty green onion flavor as well. Oh man, you should never miss out on scallion pancakes if you're at a noodle house or even at a hot pot restaurant. So maybe what you should do is to put in a little bit of everything so that you can have quite a bit of stuff in your hot pot to eat. So that's what I'm kind of doing right now, putting just a little bit of everything. Like for example, the beef tripe right here, right in there. And then some of this crab meat right there. And of course, I want to put in some of these noodles. You see that? How interesting those noodles are. Beef balls. You see that? Beef balls. And fish balls. Look at how many stuff you can order from the menu. Isn't that so amazing? Okay, we're going to let this cook for a while. And then afterwards, going to dip it in this delicious house-made peanut sauce. Oh yeah. So this should take about a minute to cook. You don't have to cook it for too long, but the beef, I would say maybe about 15 to 20 seconds. Yeah, something like this. See, it's already done. So I'll take it and then put it in some of my delicious peanut sauce. That is delicious. I love that peanut sauce. It's like peanutty and a little bit spicy because of the chili sauce, but I would recommend put a little bit of that chili sauce because it adds a really nice kick to this whole thing. Wow, good, off to a good start. Okay, let's see what's done in here. What about like, for example, this piece of crab, I guess? It's hot. So be careful, it's hot. You don't just eat it straight like that. Let it cool for just a bit. Let's see, maybe I'll fish out some of these cabbages. It looks like it's really cooked now, so you don't want to let it cook way too long. Wow, did I mention how good this peanut sauce is? This house sauce that they make here at this restaurant, it's truly one of a kind. It's like a perfect peanut sauce, not too salty, has a good creaminess to it. And if you add, like I said, the chili oil inside of it, perfect kick to this whole thing. It does come with this ladle too. I think that's how you say ladle or ladle, so that you can take out the stuff. Because some of it with the chopsticks, it's hard to get, like the beef ball, so you definitely want to take advantage and use this. Oh. Oh, my. That is so good. You know, I love this outer layer of the copper pot because like once you take it out, if you want to disintegrate the soup, you can just lean it against the side and the soup will just burn away in case you don't want to put all that soup in your dipping sauce. Now I want to try the lamb because the lamb, you know, people say you got to eat this lamb if you are here at this restaurant. So obviously when we want to get the whole Beijing experience, to try the lamb as well. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, that lamb is so tender, like extremely tender, really soft, kind of a rich flavor, because that's high quality lamb they're using right there. Amazing. Yeah, definitely get the lamb here. Okay, what about if I get some of this duck blood right here? Never had duck blood, but I had pork blood before though. Wow, this duck blood, it tastes like tofu. It literally tastes like tofu. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't expect it to taste like that. I thought it was going to have more of like that grainy blood type of texture. You know, that could be kind of a turnoff for some people, but this one is actually very edible. Oh, if you just kind of close your eyes and put it in your mouth and just tell somebody it's like soft tofu, oh yeah, totally believable. These are some of the appetizers you can find on the menu. The barbecue lamb skewers. Doesn't it look pretty good? I've had lamb skewers before. Wow, that's a nice bite to it. And I think it's cumin flavored because the spice is pretty strong. I mean, it's not like really spicy, but you definitely taste, there's like a kick in it. Whoa. If you come here, I would highly recommend get the high quality premium lamb slices. Also get the beef belly, premium beef as well. And then if you're a shrimp fan, definitely get the shrimp. And you know, like a lot of these things are very typical in Chinese hot pots. I mean, you cannot go wrong with a lot of it. Now, what I will say is some of the standouts that I thought was like, wow, that's pretty cool, is so the duck blood, that I didn't expect. That actually tasted a lot better than I thought. Like I said, it's not going to be so hard to eat at all because it really just tastes like tofu. That's it. And then if you put peanut sauce flavored tofu, you know, tripe is good. And also these noodles are so good too. You got to order these noodles. And then Chinese scallion pancakes, really good here. So anyways, yeah, these are just some of the things that you can order at this restaurant. So remember, if you're in San Gabriel and you want to experience hot pot like no other, definitely you should consider this place, because if not for the food, definitely come for this. This is like the coolest thing in this restaurant. This has got to be seen to be believed. Like right out of Beijing, this Mongolian Copper Pot. And they're always going to fill the water for you, so you're all set in that area. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode of Rockstar Eater. If you enjoy what I'm doing here on the show, give me a thumbs up if you found this video to be helpful. Also comment on the section below if you know of any other restaurants that have this or anything that stood out to you in this video. I'd like to know. And also please subscribe as well, because I'm going to put out more of these Chinese food videos in the next coming weeks, so you don't want to miss out on any of that. So subscribe, tell your friends about this channel as well, and also be sure to click on the other screens the other videos on my screen so that you can see some of the other videos that I've done. So hope you have a rocking day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah.